Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Blue Exorcist Chapter 116. When we last left our heroes, the Blue Night happened. Lucifer, or Satan, kind of lost control of his body, I think. And Lucifer did something that was kind of vague, blew up the body or something. It was a little unclear there. So Satan started looking for a new body with every powerful exorcist in the world, and that was the Blue Knight. Yeah, and then Yukio was born, and Yukio was not crying. So that's kind of where we left off last month, so let's jump right on into Chapter 116, SSC 2317G. So we are continuing with with 2317, continuing with SSC, of course. Also, I noticed there are only 15 pages this month. That's like half a chapter. And I know for 99, they did the half a chapter over 2 months thing. I'm curious if they're going to do that here. Next month is going to be 116.5 or something. But no way of knowing until December gets here. So let's just jump right on in. And so we open back in the birthing room. As Rin is, like, screaming and running on the wall. Grrr! Grrr! And then, like, lands on the ground, there's, like, some flames scatter, and we see this, like, archer exorcist aims at him. It's fast and never stops moving. But what's wrong? And then we cut back to Yuri and Yukio. He's not crying. Perinatal asphyxia. Move the newborn to an intensive care unit. Hurry or it'll be too late. Wait! That guy from last chapter who tried to kill Yuri, him and his, cronies blocked them. That child must not leave this facility. We must examine it for signs of being Satan's child. There's no time for, give it here, and grabs Yukio by the leg. And he looks at it. It isn't moving at all. Very well. You. And he hands it to, I think, one of his cronies. Yeah, I think it's the big guy. Try stimulating it. Yes, sir. And he, it looks like he whacks Yukio in the chest, I think. And Yuri, weakly calls out to them, stop. There, no response. Check the color of its eyes. If they glow blue, it's Satan's brat. And then one of the guys, opens up Yukio's eye. The right eye is green. It's normal. And Yuri still calls after them, stop. You'll kill my... Please. And the way it cuts to Rin on You'll Kill My, I think she's also talking about Rin. Though I do love this shot here of, while all of them are dealing with, what to do about Yukio, Rin is still running around the room blowing shit up. I'll check, so leave my baby alone. Please. And Rin turns, and, we see his eyes start to, shine. And... one of the guys just explodes? He might have been the guy that was carrying Yukio, but I can't tell. Huh? What? And he explodes. Ah! And yeah, it was the guy that was carrying Yukio, because we see his entire body except for his hands are destroyed. And the baby, falls to the ground. Yukio falls to the ground. We see his eye opens, and the flame of Satan is there. As Yukio hits the ground, kind of pillowed by the severed hand. And at that moment, our archer friend shoots some arrows at Rin. This is our chance! And it hits Rin. I got it! Now! And then another exorcist runs out. Well done, Loxley. And one of the nurses or midwives or something picks up Yukio. Is he breathing? The poor child. And Yukio throws something up, I think, which I don't think he should have anything to throw up, because I don't think he's eaten before in his life at this point. But I don't know about baby anatomy. I know they get nutrients through the umbilical cord. Maybe that directly puts things in the stomach? I don't know. I don't know anything about babies or nursing or midwifery, so I can't tell you there. But with that, with the flame in his eye, Yukio starts crying. Wah! Wah! He's alive! She turns back like all the exorcists, and she brings Yukio over to Yuri. Want to hold your baby? And Yuri holds Yukio. Thank you. And she just starts, like, openly weeping. None of them seem to have seen the flame of Satan. None of them are acting like, he just revealed himself to have Satan's power, which he definitely did. And except Shiro might have seen it, because Shiro looks at Yukio a little concerned with something. Anyway, back to the douchebag guy. Tisona, Flaming Sword, Maxima Fuego, Enkere! And he brings his sword down on baby... Hold on, I'm trying to tell what's going on here. So it looks like the guy here is bringing his sword down on Rin, right? But then we see the speech bubble where Enkere is kind of like goes down to what looks like Yukio. Because Rin is definitely not lying on his back like the baby here. Except Yukio here has the flame devil horns, the demon's heart, and the tail. So... I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe if I turn to the page, I'll find out. So we see this, like, flash of light. I think is right where the Exorcist trying to kill Rin was. He's, like, leapt up to go to Rin, and then this flash of light happens. So yeah, and we see, like, the ground kind of, like, crumbles beneath him. And his sword, like, starts to melt away. And all the other exorcists are blown back. This light continues to consume the room. There's this gigantic crater. And the main exorcist is on his back. It looks like he's at least missing an arm, maybe? He's not in a good place. And we hear Rin's crying. And Shiro and Yuri are both conscious, and Shiro at the damage. And that whole group is safe because Mephisto is here. Now you show up? Damn clown. The Paladin has been annihilated, and Operation Blue Lightning is kaput. So I'll take over now. Oh, that guy was the Paladin! I'm a dumb bitch! I don't know, I forgot there were Paladins that weren't Shiro and Angel. Next chapter hits December 3rd. Alright, so this was definitely a shorter, simpler chapter than we've had in a good long while. Definitely since coming back to the past. Because unlike what a lot of chapters have been doing, it's super focused. It's also 15 pages. Which I hope is not a sign that Kato is going to start Yana-ing up this flashback. Because it's about time to wrap up this flashback and move our action fully in the realm of the present. It's just time to do that. But anyway, this chapter is also just, like, not a whole lot really happens in it. Yukio is born. We find out that Satan has been a part of Yukio from the beginning. I might be actually, hold on. So, this might have already been confirmed. I might be really dumb for just putting the pieces together now. But I think this is the result of, like, the final result of the Blue Knight. Because, last chapter was all Satan trying to find a body after Lucifer destroyed the one he was in, right? And then at the end, he finds Yukio's body. And now he has a host in Yukio. And we see at the end of the chapter, the baby, who looks much more like Yukio than like Rin here, I think, has the demon heart, has the tail, has the horns. But doesn't really look like Rin right there. Because Rin is, like, in the air, right? Or, hold on. Is Rin on the ground? After he's shot by Loxley, is Rin on the ground? And is this Rin we see on page 11? As like, the speech bubble goes into the demon heart. I really cannot tell. Because I think narratively it makes the most sense for it to be Rin, but that position seems more like where the position that Yukio is in right now. But also Yukio is being held by Yuri, and the baby here doesn't look held by Yuri. So maybe that's Rin. Oh, I think it is Rin, because we see he's been shot in the side by the arrow. My bad. That was Rin the whole time. This video is a lie. Anyway. But I do still think it's Satan that's, it's the Satan possession that Lucifer has talked about after Yukio joined the Illuminati for a little while. I think that's what we're seeing starting here on page... when do we first see the Flame Eye? Page 8. So yeah, and now the Paladin is dead. Mephisto is here, and he's gonna do things his way. So we'll find out how exactly this leads to Rin and Yukio living with Fujimoto, probably next month, or the month after, who knows. So I'm gonna leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!